painted red. Don't worry about the rough on the top here, that'll be covered when the deck is put in. You can see it's all the way around and down the sides. Now I'm going to let that set. It has to dry before I do the next phase. The next phase, I believe, is to line the floor. So these little bits where you see the paint is just squidged onto the floor, they'll all be covered up. I've got to do something about this where I smudged it. I'll work something out. Okay, let that set and I'll come back to the next phase. Okay guys, the next stage is to take some 1.5 by 1.5 and shape it using a shaping tool, same as I did before. But be careful which shape we use. It's this one here. And all of my 1.5 by 1.5 were lying loose in the box. I must have dropped them off the label. Again, it's where a vernier does come in handy. You can see that it shows 1.6 by 1.47. 1.48 by 1.51. I think in general we can class that as 1.5 by 1.5. Vernier does come in handy every now and again. Especially these digital ones, you don't have to struggle to read. I have one in my drawer here which I've had for years and years and years. I don't know which drawer. It's in here somewhere. A little green plastic one. It does the job, but you need to know how to read a vernier before you use it. At least with these digital ones, you can just plug it in and off you go. Well, back to scraping. The only thing you have to watch is that you always keep. It's not taking very much off. What I was going to say was you always keep the same surface on the table. And I just rotated it. So now I have to look through my magnifier to see which way I've already scraped it. Wow, it doesn't take very much off. You kind of wonder why they've done it like that. Okay, there's the scrape surface. That way. So that end down. Don't forget to turn it around so you always. You're always scraping the same shape off. In this case, I mean, you're just scratching a little bit onto it. Again, see. It doesn't like being taken the wrong way, does it? Let's try doing it from the other side again. It definitely prefers to be scraped that way. I'm only going to scrape 2 of them at the moment. You kind of wonder why. If you can see the shape, you're only taking a slight edge off it. Okay. Okay, I'll do 3 altogether, and then I'm going to paint them. And when I paint them, there's that amazing. They're all the same size. Was that the one I did already? Now I'm going to paint these. And the colour, they say, is the number 42 from Artesania. It was dark red leather. It's not black. Dark red leather. Probably use a small brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm only going to paint 2 edges of this because the other 2 edges are going to be hidden. So, a mix up. These are made so that you should be able to squeeze the paint onto your brush. But I prefer to squeeze it into a container like this. Might need a smaller brush. So seems to be all painting today, so there's one place I want to just touch up. And that's all on the top of this doorway. Just all the places my hand has caught. I've been working on the rest of it front, and I thought, well, when I come to do these little frames, I'll just touch up the paint then. So I've done it. There we go. Excuse me, I have a habit of doing that. Put the paintbrush in my mouth and then try to talk. Drives my wife daft. So I can see what's going to happen here. I'm going to go grab a piece of paper and then I'll come back to you. Right. Piece of paper saves the desk getting marked. I need to look again to see which way around this slope is that way. So it's these two surfaces here, which will be painted. Very easy to do. Don't need paint on the other side. The other side is what's going to carry the glue. So you know what's going to come next is this is going to have to set. So this will be it for today. So when you come back, or when I come back tomorrow, we'll be cutting these to fit all around the inside frame, around here. You can't see that. I do that without thinking. And I'm about to get a brown finger. I don't know how they came up with the name dark red leather. Nice deep brown. For some reason that one looks thinner than all the others. Okay guys, that's those 3 planks painted. What needs to be painted in? It can be touched up if need be, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, let them set up and we'll see you tomorrow. Right guys, here we are again. Don't know how long I'll be at this today because it is quite cold here today. I'm going to put these liners in. But once again, I'm going to use my vernier to get my dimensions right. So the ends of these have to be cut 45 degrees if you like a mitered corner. So 45 degrees way over here. And then I need to mark the length, which I've just measured. I'm afraid you can't see what I'm doing really. The way I've set the camera up. I'll try and get a better way of doing this. Let's see if that's going to fit. Too big. It's very difficult to do that when you can't see the mark that you've made. Let's see if I can make a mark on here somewhere. And that's where it's going to go, right into the corner. But one thing I see is I'm going to have to touch up the paint on it before I can do it. Okay, let me sort this out and I'll come back to you. There you go, I think you can see I've got it fitted in. I need to work out some way of marking this wood to cut. That I can actually see when I put it on the cutter. That's the length I want. The wood I've cut. First things first, cut it off. In that direction. And the next one has to be around there. So to get the length, can I show you up here? That'll be this length, this corner. There's the length. It still ends up too long. If you speed it up, you'll be listening to some music. Right, there's where it goes. So. Yeah, I don't think you need to be subjected to the torture of watching this. So I'll carry on and do it, and I'll come back to you when I've got the big bits done. Right guys, it's taken me about 2 hours. See if I can get some light on the subject for you. You can see I've got one side lined right out to the edge, and I've also done under there at the front. So that's the starboard side done. I've got to do along the back and then down the port side. I'll do that tomorrow. It's a little bit cold out here today, so I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to have a cup of tea. See you tomorrow. Okay guys, I got the linings done on both sides. Quite effective really. And at the back, it really just adds to the detail, doesn't it? Okay, the next thing is to cut out the second row. Well, it's actually the third row because the first row doesn't get done yet. Cut out this row of cannon ports and line them, and that'll be fun. Another 36 ports. Oh, while I'm at it, I had missed one on the starboard side. See if I can rotate it. This back one, I had missed it out entirely, and I was left with one frame, and I thought, how they don't usually give you too many frames. So I did a quick count, 17 on one side, 18 on the other, and it should be 18 each side, which it is now. Okay, I'm going to start cutting out these other ones. I'll come back to you when I've got something to show you. Okay guys, I've done the rough cut out of the second row of cannons, or third row of cannons, second row cutouts, and I made one frame up so that I could test the hole and how the hole's going to fit. It does fit. I'm not going to push it in. My next job is to make 34 little frames, so I'll carry on and do them. I'll come back to you when they're done. So, yet another day of making up gunport frames. Let's hope I can finish this group off today without getting stuck to them myself. I had to stop yesterday. I had almost as much glue on my fingers as I had on the wood. Okay, I shall carry on with them and I'll come back to you when they're done. Interim stop guys, just to show you how I've been doing it to break up the boredom. I make up half a frame, one right angle corner, and then when they've set a little bit, I take two, stick them together, that makes a frame. You can see I've only got these to do, and that's that lot done. Then we'll give it 10 minutes or so just to set off, and then I'll start cutting the ports up here. Okay, come back in a few minutes. And just like that, they're all done. In fact, I've gone so far as to put some of them in already. Just waiting for this plank here to set in again. It came loose. So I'll let that set and then I'll come back to it. Well folks, a few seconds for you, a day and a half for me. You can see that I'm done up to here. So my plan is to just carry on and get them done. Some of them look a little bit wonky to the others, but hopefully I can make that look better in the final run. Okay, I'll carry on with these. Come back to you when I've got something to show you. Well, after a little struggle and a few hours work, we have got the port side second row done. I keep saying second row, it's actually the third row. The top row is the top deck, but we'll call them first, the second and third rows for the time being. Okay, I'll stop and have some lunch, and then I'll come back and hopefully get the starboard side done, and then I can get this video up. Don't forget, if you like what I'm doing, even if you don't like what I'm doing, much appreciated if you subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, you'll see a little bell comes up. If you click on the bell, you'll be notified when I put new videos up, which hopefully will be tonight and then on Thursday night. I'm going to try and head for Mondays and Thursdays from now on, mainly because I can't do anything on a Sunday that makes a noise. So there we go. Okay, I'm going to have a little break.